All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And I'm just going to go on a little rant, and I'm going to entitle this video, these are bad times, man. And that's the time that we're in. We're in a time of, this is a bad time overall, man. Which really, those of us in the know, right? Those of us in, as Apostle Gabar would say, right? This thing of ours, right? This truth that we've been given from the Most High, right? This knowledge that, these simps in the world, this is way over their head. That's why the scriptures say, wisdom's too high for a fool. You try to break something down simple, to the average person. Like, say, for an example, right? If you try to explain to somebody, why they should have, 2 or 3 weeks worth of food in their house, because, a situation could happen where the supply lines, are not able to, supply the stores at the, shop out to get their food. And they'll look at you like you got, damn 9 heads because they can't figure out something so simple like that. So these people out here, man, these people are going to lose their minds when, when there's no cans of beans on the shelf at the stores, man. And that's the times we're coming in. That's the times we're coming into here, man. There's no going back to what they call normal times, man. There's no going back to so-called normal, right? This is, as the saying goes, this is the new normal, right? Here it is, 2023 with all shit going on. This is the new normal. There's no going back to the world saying, 2000, say 16, 2017. There's no going back to those times, man. What's going on now, this is the new normal. And say for an example, man, just so we have a little view as to how people are going to, act when, SHTF happens. All you got to do is look back, a couple of years ago when this whole, Corolla thing started. I got to use code language. You know what I'm talking about, this whole Corolla, back in 2020. When the whole thing started off, man, people were going to the grocery stores and literally there's, videos online of people getting into fist fights over, the last, pack of toilet paper. It's like shit. So if people are willing to, knock somebody else's teeth out, over a 2-pack of toilet paper, 4-pack of toilet paper, it's like, well, shit, what's going to happen when these people are not fighting over something like toilet paper, but rather over something that you have to have to survive, such as water or food? That's when people start killing each other, literally killing each other for these goods. And that's the time we're coming into, man. All out, chaos out here, man, right? SHTF. That's the time we're coming into, man. And this is even in the Apocrypha, right? Second Ezra is the 15th chapter. You can read it. I'm nearly paraphrasing it, but it speaks about, in those times where men are going to invade one another's homes, not to steal their precious valuables, but just to steal the food that they have. And that's what's going to happen, man. That's the time that we're coming into, where people are going to be, and shit, we see this going on now, man. People will, help people out to the car with their groceries, but they might, steal 1 or 2 items without the person watching, just to have something to eat later that night. This is what's going on right now, man. You got idiots out here talking about, there's nothing to worry about, right? We got nothing to worry about right now, right? Like Primal Man, that dumbass will be on there saying, don't be concerned, about any of these things in the world going on, right? Don't be concerned. Well, these guys believe that we're living in the kingdom of heaven anyway, so as I said, the fact that people can believe such bullshit today is just absolutely astounding. It's absolutely amazing to me how somebody could be so delusional in their own head to think that, that this is the kingdom of heaven right now, right? That this is heaven on earth. That's what some of these people actually believe. Like, I'm not exaggerating that. That's really what some people believe. It's called full preterism. Look that up. That's a belief that, basically like the end times already came to pass in 70 AD. and that Christ already returned and set up his empire on earth today, right? So right now, today, we're living under Christ's empire. That's what they believe, which is pure bullshit. And anybody who believes that is just delusional and don't know what the hell they're talking about. But the amazing thing, is they'll defend that belief. They'll fight tooth and nail, to defend that belief, right? They'll come on, argue with you for hours on end, trying to defend the belief that, right now, with how, messed up shit is in the world now, they'll defend the fact that, well, this is eternity, right? We're in Christ's kingdom, so just get used to all of this because we're in Christ's empire today. Again, it's totally ridiculous, but this is what people believe out here. And again, it's unbelievable, but this is the level that people are on out here, man. And there's one dude out there, right, this guy, Pastor William Bell. I believe his church is called All Things Fulfilled Ministry. You can look him up. But he's been teaching this doctrine of full preterism for 40 years. It's like, damn. 40 years you've been teaching people that, they should just be happy with where you're at, because we're in eternity, right? There's no, as Christians would say, rapture coming, right? There's no second coming of Christ, because that already all took place. But we're in the hereafter. It's like, shit, just like Bible Defender said, man. It's like, well, shit, if this is the kingdom of heaven, I want out of here. It's like, shit, if this is the kingdom of heaven on earth today, it's like, shit, I don't want to be there. This is, terrible shit that's going on down here. So again, it's just amazing to think about how retarded some people are. They can deceive themselves to believe, something so preposterous and absolutely ridiculous as that. But anyway, going back to the title, man, these are bad times, man. I mean, shit, I watch some of these travel vlogs on YouTube, like, say, for an example, what's this character, Indigo Traveler? You can look him up. But she actually put up a video like 3 days ago or something. It was absent for like 6 months, but this guy, and it's not only this dude, but he's just one that I watch. They travel around the world to, like, countries that are like third world countries or developing nations, and they show you, the daily life of some of these people that are living in these countries, man. And you can see, man, that vast majority of these people that they interview, when he goes on the trips to these countries, man, you can see the daily struggles that these people are, having to go through, man. It's like, shit, if some of these people over here in America were to go through some of the, the same troubles, they wouldn't be able to deal with it. They wouldn't be able to deal with, living in these shack homes, right? Living in, like, I know over in China they have something called cage homes. Look that up. There's something called a cage home, where they literally have, like, they might say, for an example, they'll have a room, right, the size of an average American bedroom, but inside the bedroom there'll be like 6 different cages set up for individual people to live inside of them. Again, you have to look up a picture of it to know what I'm talking about, but they're called cage homes. So, Americans couldn't live like that, right? Americans had to have, the finest of the fine. Now, everybody's goal is to get, a nice big house, right? To, have the fanciest car on the block. That's everybody's goal over here, man. But you don't want to go in that direction. Those of us, in the swing of ours, we're not trying to go that direction, man. Because that's, that's going to get your mind attached, to the things in this world, man, and that's not what you want to do. That doesn't mean that it's wrong to have, a nice home or a nice car. It doesn't mean it's wrong, of course. But, your mind has to be in the right place, man. So it could help by not being attached to some of these things in the world, man. Because, hey, when Christ returns, you can't take any of those things with you, right? You can't bring, your sports cars. You can't bring your home. Can't bring any of that. If you're one of the few that's going to get raptured away from here, man. Can't bring any of those things with you. So it just pays off to not get attached to any of those things. Again, you can have them, but, you don't want to get attached, to these things, man. But anyway, I'm going to say shalom.